Hi everybody and welcome back to Alistair Davies Golf. I'm here today at the beautiful Forest of Arden where I'm based. A beautiful day, unusual for us here in the UK. But I'm bringing you today a short video on how the right arm should fold in the backswing. And anybody who watches a lot of my videos will probably know this is something I really like to see in a golf swing. I really like to see the right arm fold. And it's probably a lot to do with Pete Cowan. I spent a lot of time with Pete Cowan when I first started instructing about 20 years ago, and Pete Cowan used to talk to me a lot about how the right arm should move in the backswing, how we should load the right shoulder, and that for me has gone throughout my teaching career ever since, and Pete's a great inspiration to my coaching, and major thanks to him for all his help he's given me over the years. So the right arm, what a lot of people do is really instead of get the right arm in the wrong position. So at set, what they tend to do is get the right arm too straight or too rotated this way. So it makes it very hard to get the right arm folding correctly and get this rotation, the external rotation of the right shoulder and the external rotation of the forearm working correctly in the backswing. And what they tend to do then is overuse their wrists. So we see a lot of golfers that tend to get into this kind of position here, the kind of death move I would see where the elbow hasn't folded, the right wrist hasn't worked correctly, and the club head goes back inside and very shut. So what I want to see really in this takeaway is this right arm fold correctly, so it starts to rotate and face more upwards. The right wrist is more neutral, as I call it, and the club head will be more kind of toe up. Now we'll see a lot of instructors out there will talk about the toe being and the leading edge being parallel to the spine. And again, I'm okay with that, but the only issue I have with that is, can you fold the right arm enough to do that correctly? You have to have a lot of secondary fold as you move from there to the top if you're going to get that club face in that position. But I'd always base it on evidence on what the player does. So if the player is hitting the ball dead straight and the club face is this, I wouldn't change it. If the player is obviously hooking the ball, then I'd want to change it. Slicing it, I probably wouldn't change it. So it depends on the ball flight. What I'd like to see really is if you put your left hand on the inside of your right forearm here on your elbow, as you go back, I want you to feel that fold and rotate away. Still has width, we still have gap, and the right wrist stay fairly neutral. And the club head will be around about toe up. Again, don't over rotate the wrist like I did there slightly, so it'd be more like that. Then from there, as we go to the top, this would then fold the club head, the butt of the club will point down towards the ball to target line, and we'd load that right shoulder up. We've still got wrist cock in there, so we're loading and folding the right arm correctly. So the drill would be quite simply, hand on there, feel it rotate away, make sure you know where the butt of the club's pointing. That would be the way to fold the arm into the backswing correctly for me. Obviously then what we're going to do is add the other hand in and turn the body and get that fold in position. As I said, what I don't want to see is this kind of lawnmower move where we pull the elbow in. Might well rotate the body quite well when I'm doing that, but the elbow goes in. I've got nowhere to go with the elbow from there. I'm either going to go cross line or I'm going to move my body out of position, or have a huge excessive arm movement to get it to the top. None of those I'd really want. All I want to see really is his arm fold correctly to the top. So the second drill to help you with this feeling will be to use a tiny bit of tubing. And if we put palms up, tubing about hip width apart, swing back a few feet, then let the right arm come away. And look at my thumbs pointing. It's pointing at kind of that 45-degree angle over my shoulder. That is giving me the feeling of how the shoulder should feel and how the elbow should feel as I move to the top. Could go a bit further and again pull it apart. So that little tubing drill is giving me the feeling of how the body should feel when I fold the arm correctly. So those two drills should give you the correct feels to get that arm folding. And the key would be after you've done that tubing drill is to hit a ball fairly quickly afterwards, to use the feelings and muscles as you've asked them to be moved. So let's just do that. Take my setup, rehearse the fold, and go to the ball. So that's the ideal world, how I'd want the arm to fold in the backswing. Have a go at these two drills, see how it makes your arms feel and your wrists feel. So if you're the guy that perpetually gets the club inside and very shut, working on this arm fold should be ideal for you to get that feeling of the arm working correctly, the club face working correctly, and loading that shoulder up as I'd want to see. Have a go at these drills and let me know how you get on in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click like down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got regular content coming every single week on a variety of subjects. And thanks for watching.